I'm Ian. I'm a chef here in Minneapolis. I'm gonna show you how to make a frittata using the AcreMade Egg Substitute. First things first, we're gonna make our eggs for the recipe. So we grab our bowl with a whisk, water goes into the bowl. Followed by a cup of soy milk. And then our egg. So once we get this added in, we want to get all the clumps broken up and create a nice homogeneous mixture so that we don't have any lumps in our frittata. And the soy milk adds a nice creamy texture to this bake in a way that baked eggs would in a frittata as well. And the one thing that's going to set our frittata apart with this AcreMade egg is a little bit of smoked paprika. Now I chose a Spanish smoked paprika because I like the flavor better, and the smell really is amazing. And it adds a beautiful color as well. So we'll set this aside for now. And we'll grab our flat leaf Italian parsley, a mixing bowl, small mixing bowl, and olive oil and lemon juice. And with these, I like to just rip the leaves off and set the stems aside. For this, I chose the flat leaf Italian parsley, but the curly parsley works just as well. Basil would be great. So with this, first I'm gonna get everything nice and tight together, and then I'm gonna grab my nice and sharp knife. Go through it one time before I chop it up a lot finer before we add it to the oil. And now we're gonna add that to the bowl. You could do that in a food processor too, but then why have the nice Japanese chef's knife? Then to our herbs, we're gonna add oil, salt, and lemon juice, and that's it. A quick and easy salsa verde. Now there's other things you could add. You could add diced shallots to this, let it soak in with vinegar instead of lemon juice. We're gonna keep this a nice rustic chop like this for a chunky, herby salsa. Now with that salsa prepared, we can add our batter to the pan and start baking the frittata. Okay, now key to making a really good frittata on the line, making it fast and efficient, is doing it in a smaller pan. Now this size pan will be big enough for a shareable frittata, but there's another pan that's a little bit smaller. You could mix and match, do square pans. This suggestion is just a bigger format. This would be an easy way to pick it up on the line during a busy brunch or breakfast service. So this suggested version is stewed leeks with smoked paprika. We're gonna kick that into the pan right away. We don't wanna get a lot of color, but we wanna start to get it hot. And as that's going, we're gonna add our purple potatoes. We're not gonna try and fry these potatoes to get a lot of color, but we just wanna heat them up. These are straight from the line, straight from the cooler, so they're a little chilled. And once they're hot, we can add our egg batter to this and kick it into a hot oven. Now you can do whatever other fillings you'd like. These are some cool, fun ingredients that I like to do, a lot of Spanish flavors that I like. But other potatoes work well, a lot of peppers, or even brassica vegetables would work as well. Once we get to this good point, I can hear it sizzling. I know it's getting hot in the pan. I'm gonna pour in our batter and try to get it as even as possible. We're looking for action on the side of the pan here. That tells us that our pan was nice and hot when we added the egg, and it's gonna cook as fast as possible when we add it to the oven. And add it to a 450-degree oven for about 15 minutes. After about 15 minutes and the internal temperature reads 180, we're ready to take it out and add our final touches. So for our garnish, we're just gonna have a nice little herb salad on top. I'm gonna take some more picked parsley. Got green onions cut on a bias to give us a nice whispery addition here. Add some eye candy to this dish. These chives are chopped into batons and they're just kind of float on top before we add our sauce. This dish is kind of allium frittata because we've got the green onions, the chives, the leeks. I also stewed some onions in with the leeks earlier as well. There's a lot of different flavors, but they're all coming from the same palette. And finally, we're gonna add our salsa verde. Just for a nice pop of color. Add a little bit more fat with the olive oil. And there you have it. That's my recipe for the purple potato and stewed leek frittata.